I want to share a very touching story that I read recently. There is this delivery person who goes to deliver food to a house, and the house belongs to an elderly lady. The elderly lady receives the food, and when the person is about to leave, she tips him 500 rupees and she tells him, "Is this your last delivery or do you have deliveries after this?" He says, "No, this is my last delivery." Then she tells him, "Then will you mind sitting with me till I have my dinner?" So the person doesn't mind. He sits with her and the lady slowly has a dinner. And after the dinner is over, she says, "Thank you very much, you can now leave." The man is still guilty receiving such a huge tip. He says, "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I don't think I've done anything to receive such a big tip." She says, "No, you don't understand. I've been longing for this for a very long time. My children are all grown up and they're all outside and they hardly speak to me. There are many times I feel that I want to speak to somebody." So that is when this person realizes the gravity of what he has done. The lady does not stop there and she says, "Son, do you have elders at home?" He says, "Yes, my mother, she lives in the village." She asks, "How many times have you spoken to her?" Again, a feeling of guilt comes into him and he says, "No, ma'am, but now I'll go and start talking to her regularly." See, this is not an isolated incident. This happens to most of the families most of the time. You can have a house full of people and yet feel lonely. Loneliness is becoming one of the most recognized endemics even by the World Health Organization. Research has found out that it is akin to smoking about 15 to 20 cigarettes a day. It is that very dangerous. And it's high time that we take steps to reduce this loneliness factor amongst the people whom we love or for ourselves. There is a lot of difference one needs to understand between isolation and loneliness. Isolation comes where a society or a set of people don't interact with you or you choose not to interact with them yourselves. Whereas loneliness is the other factor where you are socially and you are over a period of time feeling that there is nobody to care for you, there is nobody to talk to. Man is a social animal and he has to definitely exist in a community. So today, it's very, very important for us to realize how important this factor is and act accordingly, either for ourselves or for our loved ones. The system has advanced so much that there are factors or there are various new things like care buddies who come in and who play a very important role. Whether you want to go to a temple, whether you just want to talk to someone, there are so many new opportunities that have come up for you to stay away from this loneliness. I would strongly suggest that you look into this factor for yourself because it is going to definitely help you from getting into hospitalization, because it has been proven in significant number of cases that loneliness eventually leads you to an hospitalization. It eventually leads you to a complete cognitive decline, which is something that you have to avoid at any cost. Do not isolate yourself or do not let you to be isolated. Understand what the outcome of loneliness is going to be. Life is short, so it's always important for you to make it as best as it can be for you. And I'm sure that you will take the right steps today.